What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name's Chad Naho'oleva. This is the Lone Star Hawaiian Silverado. We got an interesting one planned for you today. First off and foremost, we got a new truck. We got a new truck on the channel. It's a Dodge Dakota. But this Dodge Dakota SLT does have most of the steering wheel. We do have an AC knob, the majority of the carpet, and a back seat. Well, those of you that have been with the channel for a little while know the struggle I've been having with my headlamps. I have an aftermarket Spider headlamp, which comes with a super yellow, ugly halogen bulb, but it also comes with ultra white LEDs. So those two next to each other just look hideous. I wanted to change. I went first with LEDs, but when it came to reinstalling the headlamp back in the housing, it interfered with the bumper bracket, so it didn't work. We had to get rid of those. We put the halogens right back in, and a lot of the comments on that video were, hey, you go HID. So what do? We went HID, which worked fantastic until something else happened. And instead of telling you all about it, let's go ahead and show you the roller coaster we went through this last week. Here it is. But we got a little project we're working on today, and fortunately slash unfortunately, it's back here at the front end. I think I found a temporary solution that's gonna solve the ugly yellow halogen bulbs. So those are coming out. My temporary solution is going in today. Stay tuned for all that. But it has in fact been 3 weeks since the truck's been washed last. Let's go ahead and get to moving this thing. Got some beautiful wintertime sunsets going on, but we're back here again. Time to remove the front grille. We need to remove this to get to the headlamps. Headlamps are going to come out so we can see what exactly we need to do to wire in my temporary solution for these ugly halogen projector beams. So let's get right to it. This should be easy because I've done it way too many times already. If you haven't taken off the Silverado headlamps before, it's literally just 3 bolts. So one on top, one there, and there's one, kind of hard to see, right here on the side. You can either go through this gap between the bumper and the fender, or just pull back the fender liner and get in there. These are all 10mm bolts, 3 of them, and that headlight pops right out. Again, these are aftermarket, daytime running light, projector headlight, and then we have our parking lamps, and then our high beam down there. So, without further ado, let me show you what we are swapping these 2 halogen bulbs out with. All right, you guys, here's our temporary solution. These are 5000K HIDs from Innovated. Now, I'm not gonna blame Innovated for this, but this thing was absolutely manhandled in shipping, so I'm really crossing my fingers these still work, but we're going HID. HID is going to be our temporary solution because it doesn't require the backing with the fan like the LEDs do. So this should fit no problem in these projectors, but here it is, Innovated. We're going with Innovated. Yeah, that works. Oh, that really works. And it seems we have a problem. And as usual, things never go as planned. It just was working, and now it's not working. Close. So Let's try this again. Round 2. Oh yeah, it's working now. Alright you guys, we are taking a break. I just don't think it's destined to have any type of aftermarket headlamps in this truck. For some reason they always create an issue. What's happening right now, as I adjust it inward, because right now my passenger side's pointed about there, my driver's side's pointed too far to the left. As I adjust it inward, what's happening is the back of it, hard to see, it's extremely dark back there, the back of it here moves this way as the front end moves that way. What's happening now is that back end is making contact with this bracket. So the headlamp won't go all the way back in, which was the problem with the LEDs in the first place. It was making contact with that bracket. Really not sure about this. So we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back. Alright you guys, welcome back to the longest headlight installation known to mankind. We've effectively hit another roadblock, and it's all due to clearance issues. So we have this frame bracket, this cross member across the front of the truck is hooked to it. It's causing a clearance issue with the back of the HID. Even though these are much more low profile, it's hitting this upright here. And because of that, nothing is aligning properly. I can adjust the headlamp to slide this back in properly, but what happens is, instead of the headlamp being perfectly forward, the headlamp points way to the right. That's just not gonna work out. And regardless of what I do, I would have to take off way too much metal for that to clear. So unfortunately, we are back to that spot where we are, in fact, gotta remove this altogether. So we're gonna put a pause on this video because we are working on something else as well. While this front grille is out, we're gonna be working on something special for this, as well as this chrome piece right here in the front. So that video is gonna pause. This video is going to begin. We're gonna see this video launched first on YouTube, and we figure out what the heck we are doing with these headlights. We'll see you then. All right, you guys, welcome back to the first video we were filming. We started this video, hit a roadblock, so we started another video, which stopped to finish this one to begin the other video again. Got it? Good. All right, so what we're doing now, we're gonna pull these headlamps, unfortunately, back out. We have to remove the ballast. We have to remove the wiring we just did for the HIDs. Essentially, the HIDs are not gonna work. We do have a solution. And what we're gonna be doing is installing these brand new Sylvania ZXEs. These are halogen bulbs, but they're rated to be more powerful, brighter, and wider than the regular halogen bulbs that came with the Spider headlamps. It probably won't be as white as the HIDs that are in there right now, but it's gonna be much, much better than the ugly halogens that came originally with these Spider headlamps. So let's start pulling that back out, install these brand new Sylvania ZXEs, and then hopefully we'll go back to the other video and finish that one. Here's a comparison. The HID is fully warmed up now, so we have our HID and then our Sylvania ZXE. I'm not super stoked really on Sylvania yet, but obviously the HID, when I flip around, here's the lighting difference. Obviously the HID, the Sylvania, the coloring is much different. This is a 5000K coloring. The Sylvania is rated around 4000K, which is better than where we were. So we're making improvements, but it's still not where I want to be. Obviously the coloring is still different between the daytime running light and the bulb. It's much closer than it was, much, much closer. Here's a clip back to where it was before. We are getting closer, nowhere as close as the HID, but unfortunately these are not going to work. HIDs are not meant for this type of housing. Obviously the backing on it creates an issue. Also, I'm not too comfortable with the temperatures this operates on. This thing is so hot when this thing runs for more than 5 minutes. I am kind of worried this will eventually be damaged or cause some kind of a nightmare that I don't want to deal with. So we are going with the halogens for now. It is bright, it is whiter, but it's not anywhere near where I actually want to be. Let's go ahead and do the driver's side now, pop all that in, and then we'll be there.
Told myself to push and never stop. I've been stressed out, watching both these hands around the clock. With my eyes wide, trying to get the panorama shot. Whole world getting blurry to me, answers getting lost. So I watch my back and keep it moving to the front. And remember that the world's yours, do it how you want. You've been waiting here for too long, think it's time for you to move on. Realize that there's real lies in these real times, so be strong.
I've been waiting all my life, and it was right before my eyes. Watching all this time.
All right, you guys, we finally figured out the headlamps. This is what's gonna work for now. LEDs didn't work, HIDs didn't work, all because of the clearance on the back side of these spider headlamps. All right, so let's get into the part of the video which I'm sure is going to spark some fun comments and debates below. And before I begin, I am by no means a certified halogen headlight expert. As I've mentioned on the channel before, I enjoy learning things and I want to share them with you. So first off and foremost, HIDs. HID conversion kits, what I've learned, they're actually illegal. Fitting an HID conversion kit onto a headlight that's certified and meant for halogen filament bulbs are unfortunately illegal. The gas discharge bulb from the HID actually creates a scattered beam pattern which blinds oncoming drivers. And pretending that I do care about all the drivers on the road, especially Priuses, putting an HID on this, even though it's a projector, technically is illegal. Second off, with the Silverados, which I learned was kind of interesting, you'll notice that your daytime running light and headlamp are the same bulb, and if you look at the power source, you have a positive and negative wire. That's it. There's no third DRL or daytime running light power source. What happens is during the day when your headlamps are off and it's just a daytime running light, you only get 5 to 8 volts going to this headlamp. That creates more of a dim look or a daytime running light look, and when you switch on your headlamp or it becomes nighttime, it automatically does it for you. You get the full 12 volts. And when I tried to fit that HID conversion kit, it was a 55 watt ballast. Now think of during the day that 55 watts is trying to pull full power from 5 to 8 volts on a DRL type running system. That ballast will eventually go bad. It'll go bad very quickly. So that being said, start the fun comments below and the fun debates, but that's what I've learned so far with the headlamps. We stuck with the Sylvania ZXCs, which is a white bulb. It's known to be brighter, it's known to last a little bit longer than the HIDs, especially the conversion kits. But leave the comments below any questions, any comments, any debates. Start it now. Well, per usual, things don't go according to plan, especially with the Lone Star Hawaiian Silverado. And I appreciate you guys sticking in there with me. I apologize for the roller coaster of excitement with the HIDs, and then figuring out they're not gonna work, and then lastly figuring out they're actually illegal. That being said, we do have the solution for now. I'm hoping a manufacturer someday soon will create an LED without that massive backing, so they will fit within my headlamps. Until that day, we're sticking with the Sylvanias. If you enjoyed this one, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, consider subscribing below. We got more things coming, more exciting things, and as the channel grows, we're gonna do more and more giveaways. So stay tuned for all of that, but until next time, you guys take care, aloha, and enjoy the ride.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.